Gonna get started. Yeah.
So I'm going to grab your tennis balls and I'm going to give you a furious yes. That'll be easy. Alrighty. Just say good morning. Good morning, everyone. We're going to make sure we're recording here. Nice to see everyone on the line. And thank you, Victoria, for being here. Nice class prepared for today. So step up onto those tennis balls and get them at the back of your feet. So you can hear me a little better. Turn on my microphone here. It's on. No technical difficulties this morning, which is always nice. All right, so bring your feet to those balls and just ground your toes into the floor. Lift up through the belly, lengthening through the solar plexus and lifting the ribs up off of the spine. Bring the arms up and then exhale, bring the hands down. Shh. We're going to roll those arms forward with an inhale and then exhale, stretch it back. Out forward. Shh. Beautiful balance exercise, just connecting in with the body, getting the body awakened from its slumber in the night. Allowing your breath to waken up the ribs, waken up the scapula, the breath going all the way down into your belly, down into the cave of your abdomen. Legs lengthening down. Good. Arms come out in front of you, ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. Lift the arms up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale and stretch those arms nice and wide. Bring the hands down. Good. Fall onto that pinky toe. Arms are going to come up. Exhale, bring it down and roll it up. Inhale and exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Shh. Bring it to the center of the toes. Place those heels down. Arms come up, seat the shoulder, reach that body forward and pulse. Nice long neck. We're just extending, stretching, lengthening that tailbone all the way out to the back wall. As the head is lengthening forward. Good, roll that body down and let that head just hang to the floor. You're gonna wiggle those hips back and forward. Hands on the shins, chin to the chest, seat the shoulders, roll it up one vertebra at a time. Arms come up. Exhale, bring it down and roll it up. Exhale. Shh. Shh. Bring it to that big toe. Place that heel down. Arms come up. Exhale. Bring that body forward and pulse. Shh. Shh. Good, roll all the way down and wiggle those hips back and forth and back and forth. Hands to the shins, chin to the chest. Roll that spine up one vertebra at a time. Hands come up. Exhale, bring that down and roll it out. Take the arch of that foot. That whole foot now should be awakening. It's interesting. I had a acupuncturist last night, and we're gonna roll around, find those sore spots at starting class. And she's newer to Pilates and enjoyed the class, but we rolled out the feet at the beginning, and she's like, that just follows the 3 Chinese meridians. And she's like, and you're exactly right. It's so important for your body to roll out those feet. It's nice, you know, when practitioners understand Western medicine is a little different. Exhale back. Exhale back. Even up through the belly, stretch and lengthen, and bring it to the center of the toes. Place that knee down. Arms are going to come up. See the shoulder, reach that body forward, and pulse. And roll all the way down, and again, just let that head in to the floor. Wiggle those hips back. Hands on the shins, chin to the chest, seat the shoulders, roll the spine up. Just come up. Exhale, bring it down. Roll it up. Bring it to that big toe, place that heel down, arms come up, see the shoulder, reach that body forward, extend through that tailbone, pulse it down. Lengthen through that spine, extend through that tailbone, then roll it all the way down and just feel how different your body feels already. Haven't even really started class. Your body's lengthening and opening up. Place the hands on the shins, chin to the chest, see the shoulders. Exhale, bring it down. Dig it around, open up those feet, step on those sore spots. Work out those carbon crystalline formations at the end of the nerves. And maybe we're getting a little thirsty from their fascia. Keep those balls inside, but keep them close. Because we're going to roll out the thighs when we go down to the floor. Good. Arms are going to come up. See the shoulder, reach that body forward, grab your towel. Place the towel on the shins, chin to the chest. Roll the spine up 1 vertebra at a time. Again. All right, lengthening through. Inhale, bring the arms forward, bend the knees. Exhale, moving up. Save the shoulders, lengthen through the spine. Again, those oppositional energies. Your tailbone stretching back as your head is reaching towards the heavens. Shh. 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 2 more. Shh. Last one. Shh. Bend those knees. You're going to pulse it down. Shh. Go in and up through the belly. Ground those heels into the floor. Connecting with that breath. Shh. 2 more. Shh. Set. Shh. Press it down. Lift the arms. Good. Bring my towel down and let's just measure to make sure we're in the right spot. You want to be from that second rib from the bottom. Good. All right. Lift up the elbows or arms and bring arms up and then elbows down. There we go. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Now let's add the chin to the chest as you pull the arms down. That stimulates your thyroid, wakes up your hormones, gets your body starting to rub. Shh. Shh. Keep those shoulders seated, nice open chests. Shh. towel wants to be nice and taut. You're making that beautiful connection between front and back line of the arms, creating that balance and structure, strength through the shoulders, that lengthening of the upper torso. Good, hold the knees down, pulse the elbows straight down. Again, holding against that towel, keeping that connection to the wrist. The wrist should be nice and long, just an extension of the arm. 2 more. Last set. Reach it up. Bring the arms forward. Again, bend those knees, seat the shoulders. Pull those elbows straight back. Exhale, reach it. Inhale. Exhale, working that deltoid. Working the length of the arm from the elbow to the shoulder. And reach it up. Exhale. One more. 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Lift up through the chest. Lift up those elbows. Pulse it back. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Press it up, stretch it up. We're gonna need that stretch. Roll that hip over. Beautiful. Roll it over. Pulling it up through the belly. Good. Bring the arms down. Walk out into the front of the ankle. Good. Starting with the work on the toes. We're gonna wake up those ankles. You're gonna lift the arms and lift the foot, and then bring it down into center. Lift and down. Get down into those hips, waking up those hips. Reach and down. Reach and down. Reach and down. Really nice. Keep those knees out to the sides. You're waking up those hips. Reach and down. Pull in and up through the belly. Keep those shoulders nice and seated. 2 more sets. Bring it into the center. Pulse it down. Reach, 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 reach. Let's add those arms. Lift it up and down, down. Lift, lift, down, down. We're almost done with shoulder work. Lift, lift, down, down. Lift, lift, down, down. 2 more. Reach, reach, down, down, and lift, lift, down, down. Bend it down. Roll it to the right and to center. Roll it to the left and to center. Right and to center. Two more sets. Lift it up. Bring that body all the way down. Go ahead and release the towel and walk your feet in. Nice job. Good. Roll the spine all the way up. And meet me at the end of your mat. Go ahead and get a drink of water if you need to. I'm going to turn the heat down really quick. It's getting really warm in here. Should turn off in a second. All right, starting with our push-up series. Arms are going to come up, seat the shoulders, bring the hands down to the thighs, and then roll that chest down one vertebra at a time. Taking a nice big breath, you're going to pulse it down. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Place the hands down and walk it up. Right, left, right, left. Good. Walk all the way down and place your knees down and grab your balls. You're going to place the balls right underneath your thighs. We're going to roll those thighs out. This is a beautiful way of kind of getting your plank exercise in as you roll out those sore spots through the thighs. Just roll forward. There we go. Just working with the toes and the arms. Stronger as time goes by. Did you feel all those sore spots? I'm like, oh my goodness, I haven't done that in a little bit. Okay, bring those balls to the side. Good job. Now, starting our push-up series. You can modify however is most comfortable. If you want to be on your knees, I'll be on my knees. If you want to be out in full push-up, that's fine too. If you're going to be in tabletop, just count it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Reach it forward and 1, 2, 3, 4, and lift. 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. 2, 3, 4. Keeping those elbows tucked in to the ribs so you can really focus on that balanced exercise from the biceps and the triceps. Nice. Reach, 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 and lift, 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 lift. 2 more. Down, 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 and lift, 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 lift. Last set. Down, 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 and lift, 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 lift. Good. Give yourself that nice big stretch down the back line. Good. Then come up into tabletop. Lengthen through that left arm, right leg. Good. We're going to work in crisscross. Inhale, pull it through. Exhale and lengthen. Inhale, in. Exhale and lengthen. Inhale, in. Exhale and lengthen. Inhale, in. Exhale and lengthen. Reach it. Hold. Exhale and lengthen. 2 more. In. Exhale and lengthen. Last one. In. Exhale. Reach it out. We're going to flex the feet and pull and the hand and pulse it up. Reach, 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 reach. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Now here, lengthen through the heel of the hand as you're pushing the heel of the foot back toward that back wall. Balance through the shoulder and the hip. Pull in through the belly. This is a beautiful concentration exercise as well as works both our endurance and our concentration and our balance. Good. Reach it up and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring it down. Good. Reach over to the other side. Lengthen out through that left leg, right arm. Good. Inhale. Reach it up. Elbow to knee. Inhale. Hold. Exhale and reach. Inhale. Hold. Exhale and reach. Beautiful. That looks so good. Reach and extend. Pull in through the belly. Make sure you're keeping that connection with the shoulder and the ribs. Your shoulders should be seated. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. Reach it out. Pulse it up. Remember, flex the foot, flex the heel, pulse it up. through the nose, out through the mouth. Remember that cool air in through the nose hits the back of your throat, and it inspires norepinephrine and serotonin, those happy hormones that we want to carry with us throughout our exercise. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, then hold, lengthen, elongate those body parts out towards the walls. That helps you balance. Shh. Last one. Shh. Great job. Bring it back down. Lengthen back up. We're going to work rotation of the spine. Again, we'll start with that right leg, left arm. Lift that left arm. We're going to reach it straight up behind us. And then exhale, roll it through. Inhale and reach. Exhale. Inhale and reach. Exhale. Inhale. Shh. Shh. Beautiful. Exhale. Inhale and reach. Exhale. Keep those shoulders nice and seated. Pull in through that belly. Lengthen through that back leg. Reach it up and break it down. Last one. Roll it through. See those shoulders. Pulse it through. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Reach, 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 reach. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Last one. Reach, reach, reach. Bring it down. Lengthen back, stretch through those legs. Open up through that lower back. Right leg, left arm. Good, reach it up. And exhale, roll it through. Beautiful. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Good. Pull in through the belly and reach and extend. Really nice. Stretch and down. Inhale, left. Exhale, down. And this is such a good exercise for energy. Rotating that spine, waking up all of those neurons. Hold it up. And then bring it all the way down. We're going to pulse it through. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Pull in through that belly. Keep those shoulders seated. Lengthen through that heel. Open up through that chest. Reach, 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 reach. 2 more. Last set. Press it through and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring it down. Reach it back. Stretch it out. Lift up onto the toes. Place the heels down onto the ground and walk it up. Reach, 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 reach. Hands on the shins, chin to the chest. Sink those shoulders. Roll it all the way up. Second push-up series. Arms come up. Let's reach to the right. And reach to the left. And lift. Bring those hands down, chin to the chest. Roll it down. Inhale. Good. Pulse it down for 2. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. Reach. 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 Place the hands down. Walk it out. Right. Left. Right. Left. This time working plank. So come down onto those knees. Now you have a choice. You can just come down and work your plank from a tabletop position. You can lengthen all the way out if you like. So those are your ways to modify. Just extend the knees out a little bit further behind you. So you have that connection through the abs. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna rock back and forth on my toes. So you'll rock back and forth on the knees. Okay, seating the shoulders, pulling the nut through the belly. We're gonna point and flex. Point and flex. Keeping those shoulders seated, lengthen through the tailbone to the head, keeping that spine nice and long. You can have a little tuck through the hips. to keep that low back nice and safe. Inhale and exhale. Shh. 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 2. Shh. And 1. Shh. Bend those knees. Great job. Come into your push-up position. Whichever modification you choose, I'm going to go out into my long push-up position. This one. See those shoulders pulling it up through the belly. Beautiful. Good. Nice long neck, nose to the ground. Count it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You want those hands right underneath the shoulders, your elbows tucking in. Down, 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 and lift, 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 down, 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 down. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Last one down, 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 and lift, 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 lift. Great job. Bring it all the way down. Give yourself that nice stretch. Awesome. Working the sides of our body. Nice. Pull in and up through the belly, seat the shoulders. Working with a nice long hip lift. You're going to squeeze your knees and ankles together. The hand is down and the chest is lifted. You're going to rise up and lift the hips. And then exhale, bring it down. Rise up and lift the hips. Exhale and down. Beautiful. Lift and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Good. 4 more. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Hold it here and just lift, 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 lift. Try and stack your knees. That'll make it a little easier. Reach, reach, reach. There we go. Better. Reach, 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 reach. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Last one. Shh. Reach it up and hold. Lengthen through. Just open up that armpit. Get into that lymphatic system. Open up through the chest. Beautiful. Down. Good. Roll that body over. Get that inner or other side. Nice big stretch. Good. Come down and we'll work leg lifts. Now you have the choice. You can be up on that elbow. You can be down on your chest. Whatever's most comfortable for you. I'm going to come up on my elbow. Pull in and up through the belly. Seat the shoulders. And make sure that chest is nice and lifted. Starting with clamp. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. Reach, and down. Now, hold in and up through the belly. You're fine. You're fine. Yep, yep. Reach it up. Exhale down. So if you are up on your elbow, you want to maintain that nice, beautiful triangle underneath. If you're down on the floor, you want to make sure you're keeping that chest nice and long and that your hips are stacked. Good. Inhale and exhale. Shh. Shh. 2 more. Shh. Last one. Good. Pulse it up. Reach, 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 reach. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Reach, reach, reach. Just working into that glute muscle. You get there. Good. Start to feel it. Reach, 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 reach. 2 more. Last, pull in and up through that belly. Keep that beautiful connection. Now reach it up and hold. 2, working that range of motion through that hip. Stretching that leg up. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Really nice job. I'll come down and join you on the floor now. We're going to lengthen through both legs. Put that right or left hand in front of you, right hand, whichever hand is on top. Good. Toe is going to come straight up towards the ceiling. And we're going to tap 2 in front and 2 in back. Reach, reach. This is called raindrops. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. When I was going through training, I taught a class that was all trainers, and they were men, just fitness trainers, and a lot of them were men. And when we would get to this section of the leg work, they would just be like dying. It was so funny. I think it's because their legs are so tight, from all the short muscle building. And these are beautiful elongation muscles that we're working here. Good. 2 more. Reach, reach, and back, back. Last one. Back, back. Good. Bend that knee. Lift and flex. Sit down. Lift, reach, and flex. Sit down. Up, up, and flex. Sit down. Try to turn that hip. Get that knee up towards the ceiling. Reach, reach. Bring it down. Inhale, inhale. Shh. Shh. 2 more. Shh. Last one. Shh. Then lift, bend, push. Lift, bend, push. Lift, bend, push. Get that knee up. Try and get that knee up. We're working in rotation here. Push, lift, bend, push. Last one. Lift, bend, and push. Good. Bring your body up. Let's come into butterfly. That one leg is like, holy moly, what did you do to me? We'll be okay. Shake it out, wiggle it around, then bring it over to that other side. And then we'll work our hip lift. Good, lift up through the chest, seat the shoulders. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. Nice. Beautiful modification. That's perfect. And bring it down. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. Seat the shoulders, lift up through the chest. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. Just try and find that flowing motion within your body. Fill your body with that oxygen to power you through. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. Last one. Hold it here and pulse. Reach, 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 reach. Seat that shoulder, lift up through the chest. Reach, 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 reach. Good. Take a breath. Reach, 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 reach. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Last one. Hold and reach. 2. Good. 3, 4. We can do it. 5, 6, 7. Bring it down. Good. Come down into your clam position, whether you're down on the floor or up on the elbow. If you're up on that elbow, make sure you're maintaining a beautiful structure of that triangle. Ready? On. 5. Exhale down. Exhale down. Now, there's slight little cues. You're going to lengthen through the torso. Get that nice fold through the hip as you're lifting. Reach and down. Reach and down. Beautiful. Reach. Our goals are not only to build the strength of the muscle, but build that flexibility and strength through the tendons and the joints, the ligaments. Pulse it up. Reach, reach, reach. By connecting in with our connective tissue, the fascia of our body, we help maintain and build those collagen amounts. Collagen is one of the primary components of our fascia. And as we grow older and less, just like with our muscles, there's atrophy. So when we stimulate that fascia and connect in with those connective tissues, can maintain the integrity of the tissue. Hold it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down. And more collagen in our body means that we have more collagen to keep our facial tissues, all those pretty skin tissues, nice and firm too. So we're going to start with that Nice long legs. Good. Yep, that left, right, whichever top hand comes forward to stabilize. Good. We're gonna work with that raindrop. So 2 forward and 2 back. Good. 2. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Work to get that knee up, working that rotation through the hips. Beautiful. Exhale, exhale. Shh. So during this time, just give yourself that thank you. This is a wonderful time to be able to say, wow, I'm halfway through. I've made it this far. Shh. Reach, reach, back, back. Sit. Shh. Good. Point that toe, bend it up. Reach and flex. Sit down. Up. Reach and flex. Sit down. Working the rotation, that range of motion through the hips. You might be able to say, oh, this side's a little stiffer. At least that's how I'm feeling. Or than the other side, or maybe you're saying, wow, this one feels so much better than that other side. In, up, and right, and down, lift, up, and right, down, up, and bring it down. 2 more. Shh, and up, bring it down and lift, down, push, lift, down, push, lift, down, push. Beautiful. Reach, bend, push, reach, bend, push. 2 more. Reach, bend, push. Last one. Reach, bend, push. Bring it up. Roll into your butterfly. Bring those hands forward, lengthen through the spine, stretch those shoulder blades back, and then just wiggle those knees out. Wiggle them out. So good. All right. Turn yourself over. Last set of push-ups. Lift up into that downward dog. Walk it back. Left, right, left, right. Hands on the shins, chin to the chest. Making sure we're getting all of those Pilates roll-ups in. Inhale, reach. Joe Pilates would say if there's one exercise that you could do all day, the roll-ups and the roll downs are the most valuable for the body. See the shoulders and roll it down. Good, we'll pulse it down for 2. Inhale, inhale, exhale. So good, now just take a little inventory. How much deeper you're getting into that stretch. Walk it forward, right, left, right, left. Again, those hands are right underneath the shoulders. Come into whatever modification you need to for your plank. I'm gonna come all the way down. We're gonna hold it and we're gonna walk. Well, center up on your knees. We'll just walk those knees. So walk to the right and center and left and center, right and center, left and center, right and center, left and center. Nice, right and center, left and center, right and center, left and center. 2 more. Left and center, right and center, left and center. Good. Then come up into your push-up position. Hands right underneath the shoulders. See those shoulders lift up through the chest. Neck is nice and long. Nose to the ground. Nose to the ground. Good. Bring it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and lift. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4, and lift. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4, and lift. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4, and lift. 2, 3, 4. Last one down. 2, 3, 4, and lift. 2, 3, 4. Reach it all the way back. Give yourself that nice big stretch. Then roll around and come into your sit-up position. So we're just going to start with some nice pulses up. Reach, reach, reach. Keep those shoulders seated. Yeah, beautiful. Pull in through that belly, make that nice connection through the spine. Just reach, 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 reach. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Exhale. Shh. Roll it all the way down. Place your hands on the backs of the thighs if you need to. Bring the hands up behind the head. Knees are in 90-90. We're going to work crisscross. So inhale, reach that shoulder, and then exhale, squeeze in the center. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Reach and together. Reach and together. Reach and together. Reach and together. Now lengthen through. That lengthened leg is just as important as the leg that's coming towards you. Reach and center. Reach and center. Reach and center. Beautiful. Reach and center. Reach and center. Reach and center. 2 more sets. Shh. Shh. Last set. Shh. Shh. Good. Bring the hands down to the side. Lengthen the head down, lift the feet to the ceiling. Flex the feet, and we're gonna walk the feet out to the side. So that left foot comes down and then lifts. And then that right foot and left, left. This is called bookends and right and left, left and left. Now press those heels up towards the ceiling. Lengthen through the hips down onto the floor to create that beautiful lake through the back line of the legs. Reach and up, reach and up, reach. Those inner thighs getting lots of love here. Pull in through the belly, lengthen through the spine to extend the spine and support the stability through those hips. The hands are pressing down into the floor. Good. Bring those feet all the way down to the hips. We're going to work that pelvic press. Good. Roll the hips up and then exhale. Roll up the hips. Now, Joe would say we're only as young as the strength and flexibility of our spine. So we're going to work the quadrants of the spine here. Pulse up the hips, reach. Reach, 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 in, exhale, exhale. Now lift just the lower back, leave the ribs on the ground, and then lower just that lower back. Lift. It's like lifting up just an inch, reach it up, and then lower it down, reach it up, reach, and lower, then pulse it up, reach, 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 reach. Reach. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Last one. Really nice. Good. Hold the hips up. Hold the lower back up. Now you get to lift just the ribs. Keep the scapula on the ground and lower the ribs. Lift the ribs and lower the ribs. Lift the ribs. Beautiful. And lower the ribs. Lift the ribs and lower the ribs. Just the ribs are lifting. Those scapulas stay on the ground. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift. Pulse it up. Reach, 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 reach. Wrap through the glutes. Pull in and up through the belly. Reach, 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 reach. 2 more. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Exhale. Last one. Now you're going to lift all the way up to the sternum and hold to get that beautiful stretch through those hip flexors, which we've been working. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now roll down the sternum and lift the sternum. Roll down the sternum and lift. Then roll down the sternum and roll down the ribs and then lift the ribs. Just feel that beautiful elongation of the spine. Try and create that space in between each vertebra. Roll down the rib, now roll down that lower back and lift the lower back. Roll down just that lower back. You got this beautiful scooping sensation through the belly, supporting that spine. Roll down the lower back. Now you get to lengthen through those hips. Doesn't that feel amazing? And then roll it back up. Roll it back up. Good. Bring yourselves into an upward contraction. Bend the knees for the hundreds. Lift it up. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Pull those kneecaps back towards the thighs to strengthen those thighs and help with your elongation. Reach it down. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. See those shoulders pulling it up through that belly, lengthening through those toes. Reach it down. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Lowest point. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Lift it up. Point. We'll do it. We can do it. Point. Flex. I know the hundreds. You have to get to 100. Lift those arms. Lengthen it down. And then give yourself that chance to just sink into the mats. Turn down the lights. Everyone close your eyes. Feel your toes relax. And your ankles sway. Relaxing those calves and those shins. Feel the knees melt into the mat as the thighs and the hamstrings sink off the bone. Release the hips and all of the connections of the upper and lower hemispheres. Release the belly and let the spine sink down away from the body. Release the ribs and let them open wide like a giant flower and feel your lungs stretching up to the heavens. Filling themselves with all that goodness. Relax the clavicles and the shoulder blades. And let those arms stretch down as long as the toes. And to the ground. The fingers making beautiful little cups up towards the heaven. Receiving all that goodness. Relax the neck, chin, the cheeks. The forehead. Your skeletons. Our arms rise up to the heavens, and then we bend at the elbows. We bring those fingers to our neck, top of our neck, right underneath. Give yourself a nice long stretch and hug at the shoulders. Big, big, big hug. Massage. And then lift up the hands. Release all that weighty tension. Let the arms fall to the sides. 2 big breaths. Now, clap those hands and jump. Bring your hands to your thighs, chin to the chest. And we're going to roll that spine up, quick vertebra at a time. Pulse it forward for 2. knees, come around. Place your hands on the floor. We're gonna pulse all those toxins out of the body that we just brought into our circulatory system. Pulse it out. 2 more breaths. Last set. Lift it all the way up, stretching up through those legs, placing hands on the shins, chin to the chest, and roll that spine up 1 vertebra at a time. Arms come up. Exhale, reach. Roll those wrists all the way down. 2 big breaths. Thank you for class.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming.